furthermore, you taught that no defeater could reasonably find fault with your teaching or defeat you. It is the very teaching that rendered them silent. So that means Buddha taught the dependent arising and emptiness. So dependent arising and emptiness, so if we use that logic, nobody can defeat for us. Nobody. Even different schools, Buddhist, we have Vipassika school, Sutantika school, Madhya school, middle way autonomy, we will not defeat for the Pasankika viewpoint, emptiness. Then of course, non-Buddhist, Hindu, impossible, because the reason is dependent arising. The dependent arising makes sense, cause and effect, depend on the parts and the wholes designated by the mind. Everything designated by the mind. Oh, Corona. Too much smoking.
Too much cigarettes.
Too much cigarette.
Previous love.
Too much cigarette. If you, number 29, if you ask why do, it is because this explanation of dependent arising dispel any chance of exaggerate and denying the status of entity seen and unseen. So seen means something we see every day, right? Seen means our everyday our eye see object. Every day we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch. It's a seen. Unseen means not seeing something. We don't see tomorrow what will happen. We don't see future. We don't know future life. And these are unseen. Unseen, so seen and unseen. Some objects are we see, some objects we can't see. So we see something, then we will perceive by the primary mind. We can say the mind, primary mind. If you don't see, then what we have to do is unseen object, use the inferential valid mind. These are conceptual mind. So, conceptual mind. And use I don't see. So, but then you have to use the valid, inferential valid mind. So, which is called, you apprehend the object through conceptualization, just thinking, use that logic. So these are unseen objects. We don't see emptiness, unseen object. We don't see impermanence of cup, book. These are unseen objects. So what we have to do is, we have to use inferential valid mind, unseen. So seen, unseen means object we see, some object we don't see. Some are manifesting object, some are completely hidden object. So emptiness is hidden object for us, impermanence, and extremely hidden object we don't know under the ground, and how many minerals under the ground, extremely hidden, If we see one mountain, we don't know under the mountain what is under the mountain. They are extremely hidden. But we have to believe somebody, who know about this mountain and who know about this, then we have to believe this. If these people who expert about mountain, they will tell you. And we just believe these people, but we don't see. These are what we call extremely hidden phenomena. So we are manifesting object, hidden object, and extremely hidden object. So unseen object is hidden and extremely hidden object. Seen object is a manifesting object. So we see, we hear, we smell, so many things. So these are we are talking about. The next one is this very part of dependent arising. The reason I regard you as speech unmatched also give rise to the certainty that all your other teachings are the true, Other teaching means Buddha taught how many teachings? 84,000 teachings. Right? Over 84,000 teachings, by understanding dependent arising, then all teachings are very authentic. We don't see any contradiction to our life. Buddha's teaching, no contradiction about compassion, loving kindness, bodhicitta mind, wisdom realizing emptiness, renunciation, whatever taught, all teaching by understanding dependent arising, we will realize teaching and we will realize the nature of the mind. Nature. So our nature mind means emptiness of the mind. In Pasangika we found nature of the mind means emptiness of mind. Mind only school, nature of mind means mind itself. Different. We talk about clear light mind. Pasangika emptiness. And then mind only school, no. Mind itself. Mind itself, nature is, it's temporarily obscured by the afflictive emotions, but its nature is clear from beginning to the end. It is not polluted from the beginning to the end. It's like pure water, never polluted. When you put the mud in the water with the muddy water, but its nature is not muddy. Its nature is clear from the beginning to the end. So similarly here, if we understand the emptiness of dependent arising, we will understand the nature of the mind. So that means we have to use logic from the, it's not easy to understand the nature of the mind. So we have to learn lots of things from the pramana, valid cognition, or the Dharmakiti text. So what we have to learn is, first we have to know about object. Object means existing or non-existing. Something exists, something do not exist. So something exists, something do not exist, means something is perceived by valid mind to exist. Something do not perceive by valid mind, non-existent. So you understand existing and non-existing object. It depends on the valid mind. So when we talk about existing, right, then we have to categorize two types of existing. Object, temporary object and permanent object. Very important, temporary object and permanent object. So when we talk about temporary object, so many, right? So many, but all categories into three: form, consciousness, and abstract phenomena. Neither form, no consciousness. All temporary phenomena included in these three: form, consciousness, and abstract. So we understand now what is temporary phenomena and what is permanent phenomena. Temporary phenomena means sometimes there, sometimes absent, not always there. Permanent phenomena means always there, peace, always there, So, so then we understand object. So there's a temporary object and permanent object. So temporary object category into three, right? Form, consciousness, and abstract. Now you need mind to perceive those objects. So then we have to make two categories of the mind, primary mind and secondary mind. Primary mind is called we call the primary mind or main mind. Main mind means primary mind depends on individual sense faculties. So eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. Eye consciousness depends on the eye senses organ. Ear, nose, tongue. There's a primary mind, right? Primary mind depends on the individual condition. We say condition. There are three conditions. Objective condition, immediate condition, and how can I say, dominant condition. So for example, like your eye consciousness, perceiving object, book. The book is objective condition. Now, dominant condition means your eye sense organ have potential to perceive the book, not to hear. Not hearing, just perceive the book. That's dominant. Just eye dominant. Eye sense consciousness, potential to perceive the object, not hearing, not smell, not taste. It's dominant condition. But you need what we call the objective condition, dominant condition, and immediate condition. Immediate condition means previous instant of mind. If there is no mental factor, eye consciousness cannot do anything, cannot perceive. That's previous instant of mind is called the mind is moving all the time, right? Immediate means previous instant of mind. Previous instant of mind. So you need these things, right? Objective condition, dominant, and you also need brain to function. If brain damage, nothing, you can't see anything. Not only brain, but brain is supported by mental consciousness. So all these conditions you need things like this. That's primary mind. Primary mind, right? Now secondary mind, right? We call the mental factor. 51 mental factors. The mental factor have no specific specific cause, but always accompany with primary mind. Primary mind and mental factor accompany together, like king and minister working together. So this is we have mind, right? Primary mind and mental factor. So primary mind depend on the individual cause condition. Mental factor not necessarily, but always accompany with primary mind. So we have to understand this. And then when we talk about the primary mind, then we have divided the primary mind into two, sensory mind and mental mind. Sensory consciousness and mental consciousness. Sensory consciousness, easy, sensory consciousness, 5 sensory consciousness. Mental consciousness, because the mental consciousness is not necessarily non-conceptual mind. Mental consciousness, both conceptual mind and non-conceptual mind. Mental consciousness, which direct perceiving object is non-conceptual mind. Like when we talk about all the hidden phenomena, you don't see directly. But we do believe hidden phenomena exist, right? What we have to do? We have to use mental consciousness, conceptual mind. What is conceptual mind? We have to use inferential, valid cognition mind to apprehend the object. So you realize that now object, because of primary mind and mental consciousness. This is the primary mind divided into sensory consciousness and mental consciousness, right? And mental consciousness is conceptual and non-conceptual, right? Mental consciousness can be non-conceptual or conceptual mind, right? Because of this, we have to understand object. Object, so there are two categories of object. We call the positive object and negative object. Positive object, book. The book is positive object. It is positive object because to perceive this book, we have to dispel the non-book. So, non-book. Yeah. When this is book is positive object, right? If I say this table is empty of book, then that is negative object. You understand? So book is positive object. To perceive this book, we dispel non-book, right? And this table is empty of what? Empty of book, then that is negative object. So that is, you see positive object and negative object. So the positive object and negative object, the what we call the, then we have affirming or non-affirming phenomena. Affirmative phenomena and non-affirming phenomena. You understand this? Affirming phenomena and non-affirming phenomena. For example, like affirming phenomena is like there are different categories of phenomena, but there's four. Affirming phenomena, those which suggest explicitly, implicitly, both, and context. If I say something like this, if you know this, there are two things, but you don't know which. And somebody says this one, you don't know the other. You know. That is, if you know something is true, right? But you're not sure, and somebody says no, this one, you don't have to say other one. That's the affirming part. Explicitly, right? Implicitly means if I say something like this, like this fat man does not eat dinner, then you know he will eat breakfast. That's implicitly, affirming phenomena, right? Now, there are different categories of that. The non-affirming phenomena means, so non-affirming phenomena, because negative, affirming, non-affirming, very important to understand emptiness. Emptiness is negative phenomena. We have to know all this object, conceptual mind, subject, like this. So when we say like this, non-affirming phenomena, if I say something like this to you, what do you feel? This Brahman does not drink alcohol. So you realize Brahman drink alcohol, but nothing else. If I say this Brahman does not drink alcohol, so then you pick up, Brahman drink alcohol, but nothing else.
Doesn't.
There is nothing else. Like this Brahman does not drink alcohol. So that means
He doesn't drink.
this Brahman does not drink.
You get confused. Geshe.
So then you see some Brahman drinking alcohol, right? This Brahman, not saying everybody, right?
Specify.
This
Brahman.
This man does not drink alcohol. Then you know somebody is drinking alcohol. But not suggesting anything else, right? That's non-affirming phenomena. That's called non-affirming. If he drink alcohol means this specific person, you don't know other, without saying like that, that's non-affirming phenomena. So that's why emptiness, you need to understand all this. Object, subject, conceptual mind, non-conceptual mind, affirming phenomena, non-affirming phenomena, positive phenomena, negative phenomena. very important to understand the nature of the mind.
Yeah.
Then you will understand the transformation of the mind. Your transformation of the mind. For example, like right now we are talking about emptiness and dependent arising, right? So how first you may have doubt about emptiness or the dependent arising. You don't know. Now you're hearing, you're thinking, and maybe first you may have completely wrong with about emptiness, mistaken mind. And then you use the logic, dependent arising, it will turn into the hesitation. Use more and more intelligent, it will turn into the subtle hesitation. Then you use logic, dependent arising, and more, it will turn into to the inferential valid mind. And then finally, you see the object, and it becomes non-conceptual mind. It's transformation of the mind. So this should be go like this. This is what we call the understanding nature of the mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so now we 31. Once you gain true realization, yeah, this is talking, then you then told well those who follow you rid themselves of problem and destroying the roots of the evil. So, the roots of the evil is fundamental ignorance, right? Which is mistaken mind. Mistaken mind is existent mind. It's completely mistaken. It is mistaken because it does not have valid good foundation. Even our delusions are very strong, don't have not good foundation. Foundation is no good. Foundation is mistaken, right? But even we have tiny understanding of the emptiness, just hearing foundation is very, very good. This will help to dispel the mistaken mind. How strong your grasping mind, foundation no good. Foundation no good, you build the house, fall down eventually. No matter how beautiful you build the house, it will fall down sometimes. The grasping mind, how strong mind, but foundation, no good. No valid foundation. So you have to think, fundamental ignorance, foundation is very weak. So therefore, wisdom realizing emptiness and dependent arising, even tiny test will harm the fundamental ignorance because the foundation is so good. So it will, remember, the transformation of the mind. We are transforming mind one by one like this, right? Gee. We read 32, huh? Those who turn away from your teaching, through they struggle long and hard, only invite more problems. That makes sense, huh? Because their self-grasping view is firmly held. That's true, you don't have proof. We see very clearly, If you are self-grasping, see what self-judging mind, you see no friend, nothing. Everybody, he's very selfish. You don't have to prove anything. So you see, this is what we're talking about here. Yeah, so that's amazing when the wise understand the difference between these two. Why wouldn't they feel respect for you from the very marrow of their bone? So we are a wise person, right? We are studying dependent arising and emptiness.
Yeah.
We know the dependent arising. right? We know the law of causality. We are intelligent person. We are not stupid. We know what is right and what is wrong. You know what I mean? So what we have to do, there are two important things to remind for us. Means two important witness for oneself and other. So witness for oneself and other, right? One witness for oneself is very important. You are witness. If you have a problem, you have to go to the court and you need somebody testify. Oh, you know, somebody, right? Same like this. So two important witness for oneself and other. Oneself witness is most important. So we are practicing depending on thing and everything, right? We have to use logic, you know, lots of logic. So here, Dharmakaya, they use logic like this. There's 4 reasons, like relationship to two relationship. So use the four logic. Something is first one, not second one. Something is second one, not first one. Something is both first and second. Something is neither first nor second. Use that logic. So what you know that what? For example, like between relationship two.
Yeah.
So it means you can use Buddha and sentient beings. Two.
Mm-hmm.
So something is Buddha, not sentient beings. Something is sentient beings, not Buddha. Something is both Buddha and sentient beings. Something is neither Buddha nor sentient beings. Use that logic. So you know something is Buddha, not sentient beings. Yeah, you know, like Dharmakaya, Sambhogaya, Buddha, not sentient beings. Something is sentient beings, not Buddha, like us. We are sentient beings, we are not Buddha. Something is both Buddha and sentient beings, like Shakyamuni Buddha came to this world, manifest. We can say His Holiness is Buddha, not Buddha, but show us sentient being. Something is neither Buddha nor Buddha, you know this. This book. This no Buddha, no sentient being, right? So use that logic, use that whole logic, right? Then use that logic. Then Dharmakaya said, you have to, I don't know how many different types of mangoes in Australia. In India, we have 15 different types of mango.
Oh, yes.
Mango, right?
Yeah.
Some mango ripen outside, inside not ripen. Some mango ripen inside, outside not ripen. Some mango ripen outside, inside. Some mango not ripen outside, inside. Take this example. And then you see you are a practitioner or not. Some practitioner outside ripen, inside not ripen. Some practitioner inside ripen, outside not ripen. Some practitioner both inside, outside ripen. Some neither. So you see your own witness. You use all this logic, you know, this logic, example, and then you are your witness. Now you know where you are. You are your own witness, right? So you are outside ripen or inside ripen? I don't know. You are inside ripen or outside ripen? I don't know. Who is both ripen? Who is outside ripen, inside not ripen? Many, some pretend to be, you know, teaching high lama, not qualification, outside ripen, inside not ripen. Inside ripen, outside not ripen. Is, we see, right? Telopa, Naropa, all 18 months see this. You see these are outside very, very wide. Inside, highly relaxed. I don't go too far, even I saw many, in the monastery I see many monks who are outside, inside rapid, outside not rapid. Outside they are very, they're wild, but they're not. They're very highly realized. They show many things. Usually, I have some monks, they're always playing game, not studying. Like this. When they're passing away, they show you so many signs, just like, say goodbye, I'm going, see you like next time, like this. Like you see many, I saw many monks in the monastery, And outside, but inside, they are highly realized. So you see both. Then this is what we call your own witness. If you're your own witness, and you will be happy all the time. Keep your mind happy. Whether it's going up, happy. Down, happy. No ups. If we heard bad news, unhappy. We have good news, exciting. Even you can't sit on the throne like this, jumping like something like this. But keep your mind always happy, This will help you. That means something, something good happened, that because of my good motivation, my good karma, rejoice. Something bad happened because of my karma, I finish my karma, you rejoice. And there's no up and down. That's we call keep your mind always happy. We are not happy because we hear bad news, good news, they stir our mind. But we have to stable our mind, right? So we have to do like this. Is 7 finished or? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not the last one, I think. 34.
Last one?
No need to speak about many teachings. When you want very good understanding, so one fact of your teaching brings supreme delight. So that means, what is the one fact of teaching? Dependent arising. Dependent arising, right? Dependent arising is, if you understand dependent arising, right? Different. Cause and effect, karma, right? So what is karma, right? Good karma, good result. Bad karma, bad result. Good motivation, good result. Bad motivation, bad result, right? So that is dependent arising. Understanding something like this, don't kill this insect, harm you. This is in our society, even little children, don't harm insect like that. Just tiny understanding. Time brings supreme delight. When it builds you good karma, People don't understand the karma, right? That's why karma is not religious. It's your action. You have action. You have mind, body, action all the time. But your body, speech, mind, everybody has this. Everybody have body and mind. Everybody have mind. But problem is, what we call in the Buddhist, one mind, two faces. One mind, two faces. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. One mind, two faces. Yeah. So one mind, right? Yeah. Two faces. Negative mind, positive mind. One mind, two faces. You understand? One mind, two faces. So if you have positive mind, then what?
Positive action.
You have positive energy. If your energy is good, if your negative mind, negative energy, your energy is not good. You don't understand? So this will hurt yourself, not nobody else. But many people don't understand this in the West, right? Many people don't believe karma in this world. People depressed, many suicide
Yeah.
with no karma and not understand the mind, very narrow-minded. This is very good, not like frog in the well. It's very narrow mind like this.
Yeah.
Frog in the ocean much better. You see frog in the ocean, you see many things. Frog in the well, Tibetans are no good. It's very narrow like this. But in the frog in the ocean, it's open. I see many things like. So that's the what we call the dependent arising to not teaching. Okay, thank you very much.